Alright, so you have your trading view up. And what I want to do is go ahead and go to chart. And it's going to be a little drop down box. And go to unknown, unnamed. Alright, and when it pop up for you, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over some of the stuff that we already done been through. Just so it can stick like peanut butter, like I like it to do. Get to your page.
Australian dollar over the US.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead. Speak. You can say you got the Aussie dollar. Yep, over the US dollar. I guess the first thing I want to say is, what kind of phase is it in? Is it on the uptrend? Is it on the downtrend? Is it kind of going sideways? Could you kind of recognize that?
That's what I look. I mean, because when I look at this support down here,
That's right.
When I go over, it kind of look like it's sideways, really.
Yep. That's right. It's got a little ranging going on. It's as you can see, it started from that support, like you say. All right. See that hide for you? Hide for now, yeah. Yeah.
Now I can go over some more to the right, right?
I think
that's up to now.
Yeah, that's up to now. So that's what's going on now. What charting time frame are you in?
Look like a day.
That's right.
Okay.
That's cool. And I just want you to recognize some stuff. Remember, the whole thing is you're going to get paid, or rather, you're going to pay yourself for being how observant you're going to be to the chart. Remember, you're going to become a chartist, or how they like to put an analyst. But I like to say chartist because you're going to become a professional of reading this chart and seeing exactly where these big people are, the smart money.
Right.
The what we call them, the smart money big boys, the composite component or something. Oh man, they got so many names, it's ridiculous. But what we know is that this is by design. And what we want to do is we want to follow the people that's designing this market, because they're the ones that's making all of the money.
Yes.
Right? All right. So that's cool. You already had peeped out. What I want you to do is go ahead and mark off some support and some resistance as you see it. Just mark them off.
Now these lines.
Oh, that grid. That grid kind of messing you up?
No. So how do I
okay, the lines. Okay, so what you do is, see, them grids are not going to move. So what you want to do for what you're looking for is your horizontal line. You're going to go over to the left where those drawing tools at. Oh, over to the left. The other left. Yeah, over there. Okay, right there. If you do that's the trend line, but if you do the drop thing that it got on the side, the little arrow, yeah. Push that. You'll see it say horizontal line.
The difference between a line and a ray?
The line is going to be more profound on what you need. It goes all the way through the chart. The ray is not going to give you that whole range of what you need.
Okay.
But again, like I always tell you, don't take my word for it. I know you trust me, but always find out things for yourself. It don't hurt just to experiment on your chart. Matter of fact, I encourage you to come on your chart when we're not doing our stuff and just play along with the chart. You're not going to hurt it. You're only going to help yourself. So, okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. As you see it, go ahead. And if you need another one, you got to go back to that horizontal line and click it again.
Okay.
All right, so
to move to this thing left, move this chart left, do I just keep holding it down? Or?
Yeah, you can keep holding it down.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you see it? Yeah, it's like grabbing it. You see how the hand kind of grabs it?
will I, if when I'm charting the days, would I go back? Is there certain, you go back months or you
well,
a couple days?
you know what? I can't tell you how far to go back because it's really on your discretion. I tell you this though, we always look to the left, which means we always look at the history of what happened because remember, it's telling the story. So if it's telling the story, it's on you. You're an investigator. Do you want to go back days, months, weeks, whatever? You go back to where it satisfies you. In my case, like say for the line where you at right now, and it's a daily, I would go to where it's touching a couple of times, right? So you got that line right there. I probably go up a little bit more to that next line. Right about there. Yeah, right about there. That's cool. You don't got it. Yeah, right there. Right, and then as you go to the right and to the left, you want to see how many times it's touching it. Then that's pretty much a true level right there.
Right.
Another way too that you could do it is, did I teach you how to scrunch it up? You know how to scrunch up your chart? You would do it with the mouse. Are you on what you on?
Mouse.
Oh, okay. How could you do this? Do this. On the bottom, if you wave, it should be a little thing that pop up. Just click on the chart one time.
It's stuck in some mode. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, it's not on there.
It'll be a mess with it.
That's cool. We'll just do it like this. I'll teach you another way on how to scrunch it up and get the levels. But for now, I just want you to what I'm looking for is to see if you actually see what you should be seeing. Right.
I don't know if I did something with this dot.
Just click off it. Oh, it's not moving, huh?
Yeah, it's acting real retarded. I don't know if it's my connection. I don't usually have no problems. So.
See if you can move the chart. Is it even going sideways and stuff?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there you go. It might be a little bit slow, the connection. Just a little bit, yeah, from
these
me.
lines look to be off, though.
It's gonna... That's cool. It's gonna be off a little bit, but because nothing's gonna be perfect. But just know that that's an actual level. Because look what you got. You got 2 touches right there.
Yeah.
Right. You actually got some highs touching it too. You see, right up in there. You see that? So it's not gonna be perfect, but that's a kind of a line. And I can also show you something else too that will help you too.
Okay. Yeah.
You see that? You see how it came back?
Yeah.
And touched that, bounced off, and it went off. That's a true support right there. Another way that you could corner it off is if you go up to the top, up there, where it's up there to your ticker. Remember I told you what the ticker was, where it say Aussie USD, where you would type Aussie USD, where you would type it though.
Yeah.
Okay, now go to the candles, and drop that drop box down. Go to line. And click that. Boom. Alright, so now what you have there is peaks and valleys. It makes it easier for you to actually get the exact point. Because look, if you get a peak and a valley to meet, then that's the true area right there. So that's an easy way you do it. You can always flip to that right there and get the true point. Yeah, like see, that's a point because that's the highest point right there. And it turned around. Yeah. So go ahead and fill some of those up. And put a couple of them and stuff. Always remember, look to the left, because you can kind of verify some of those spots. Make sure you can tighten them up and stuff, and make sure that's where you want to put them and everything.
Now, I was listening to that and reading up on that other some stuff you said. And the guy was talking about how to, to watch out for the lines that the support and resistance that's kind of being used up, give yourself some buffer.
Okay, well, all right. So,
because it can break through.
Yeah, it's elements that's going to show you what's going to break it through and stuff like that, everything. And but the key elements that you want for support and resistance, a strong level. Just think about it. If a resistance get breaking through, right, which means that's up to the top, and the market comes back down to that area again, and it becomes support and bounces off it. That's a very, very strong level right there. You see what I'm saying? These are areas where we are gaining information, our data.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So once you mark it, and you say, okay, damn, it broke through it. When the market comes back to it, you see it does something there.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So those are key levels and stuff. I will later on show you on how you can determine if it's going to break through it or whatnot, what kind of stuff and whatever. We'll get to that, but yeah, that's partly correct.
Volume and all that stuff.
Well, see now, and then my job is too, Brother Jay, is to help my people swim through all of the bullshit that's on YouTubes and all these Facebooks and stuff like that. It's all bullshit, man. Excuse my English, but it's all garbage. You feel what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is that somebody is controlling this market. Somebody is making money with that market. Again, I want to teach you how to be a Mora. We're gonna suck ourselves to these big fish. And the only way we can do that is by tracking them down. You gotta lay around on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when we lay around on them and we get the good data that we supposed to, then we make a move on them. Plain and simple.
Okay.
So go ahead. You put all the lines you wanted to put on there?
Yeah, I got some resistance.
Go ahead. It's more than I see. Don't be shy with the lines for right now. Yeah, connect those spots.
Right.
That's right. Oh, you're gonna have to move away from that shaded area because it won't. Yeah, you see how when you move out that shaded area? Nah. There you go. And the reason I'm having you to do this is because I want you to get used to marking off what I call designated areas. Places where you're going to gain information or data. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's very important. Anything else, you're going to just be trading blindly. And that's crazy. So I want you to get used to it. After a while, you're going to be able to know that certain lines are not as important as others. But for now, all lines right now for you is going to be important.
Right.
All right. So what about right there? I was going to say, what about if you go up some? What about right there? Remember, a criteria is that it's touching the up and it's touching the down. Right? It's touching the up and it's touching the down. And a good breakthrough actually with that combination is actually a very strong level. If the market makes it back there, it's going to give you some information that you need.